Andiamo. Okay, yes, this is allow me to take just a moment to because people have asked how did this come about, you know? Of course, you're seeing a picture of my mother. For those who are not familiar with this presentation and are not familiar with OLIABO thus far, that is a image of our mother, my brother Gordon and I, our mother, about circa the time when she immigrated from Italy to Canada. She's from Treviso. It's a little town about 20 minutes north of Venice. And it's really quite a beautiful town surrounded by a river. And it's got a Duomo in the middle. It's gorgeous. And we still have a lot of family there. And so, in fact, I was there today, this spring. I went biking with my cousin all throughout Treviso in the area, and we had some great dinners together. And then my wife and I went down to Sicily for a cooking tour with a group of friends. And so we tried to, and Gordon was there in Treviso just this year, several months ago with his family. And so this is a very important part of our heritage is, and Gordon has been going to he's been going to Italy for probably 15, 20 years now, where he goes with his family and they go to a place in Tuscany. And that next slide that you have there is kind of gives us an idea of where the origins of this come from. Now, the origins are, of course, even earlier than that because of our mother. Olive oil was a very big, and olives in general, very, very big part of our history and our upbringing. And you'll see why in a moment. But to give you a little bit of an idea how this kind of came to be for me, at least, around Christmas time last year, my wife was kind enough to give me some freeze-dried mangosteen from Trader Joe's. Anyone from the United States will probably be familiar with Trader Joe's. It's not in Canada or outside the US borders, but it's a grocery chain. And she gave me freeze-dried mangosteen from Trader Joe's. It was sitting on my desk at my house, and I was staring at it, and I took a picture of it and sent it to Gord and said, gosh darn it, we did that. And when I say we, Dr. de Guzman, you're part of that. All this team, like those who were in our former life together, we are all a part of that worldwide. We brought that mangosteen to the world. Now, Dr. de Guzman knew about it prior to that because of his upbringing, but not many people knew about it. It was very, very unique to the world. Um, but now Trader Joe's can stick it on a shelf and people are going to buy it and they know what it is because of our efforts, because of what we did. And I said, man, I have some ideas. I have some leads on a few ingredients that I've kind of come across over the past few years. And I'm interested in maybe jumping on a plane and going to Asia and start wandering streets and going through um, local farmer markets and different things to find a few botanicals and try to confirm what I have already found. And he's like, hold that thought, little brother. Let me tell you about what I have here. I have this idea. And so I saw this image that you're seeing right now for the first time. And he says, this is a first press extra virgin, extra virgin olive oil. That's what it looks like when it first comes out. Of course, that's not what we end up getting because it has to be filtered and so forth. But he's like, there is so much power in this. And I said, what? This is all of, I mean, this is what I've known my whole life and I'm aware of it. But guys, just think with me for a moment, like consider even as much as 10, 12 years ago, olive oil was kind of evil because fat was evil. Even right now you're going to hear that avocados are great for the health. But I'm here to tell you, there was a time 10, 12, 13 years ago, it was evil because it was part of the fat world. There was this thing that happened, and I want to just kind of just go over this to give an idea of the power of what we're dealing with. Back in the 50s, there was all this time going on, and this comes down to the awareness gap that this slide is talking about. Back in the 50s, there was this moment in time when the United States there was lobbying going on between the fat industry and the sugar industry and the seed oil industry and the whole bit, and really sugar won. That's the high level version of it. Sugar won, fat lost, and therefore then we started pulling fat out of everything. Guys, we need fat. The macros are protein, carbs, and fat. We need fat Dr. de Guzman can confirm this. He's a medical expert. I mean, our bodies are designed to have this, and we pulled it out for so long. And now, only now, are we starting to learn within the last 10, 12 years, hey, wait, fat's good. We need fat. We need fat. But what does that mean? There's an awareness gap where we come in. This is what this means. We're not even aware of, like, okay, well, what good stuff? Is it olive oil? Is it not? Is it this? Is it seed oils? We just think, oh, we need fat. I'm going to get seed oils. That's not the oil we're talking about. In fact, there's a dirty secret in the olive oil industry. And one of the reasons why we want to do this, and it kind of comes down to this awareness gap. There is this big gap in this dirty secret in the extra virgin olive oil area, that if you're getting olive oil, this is, and I'm not trying to rag on Trader Joe's, but it's a perfect example. What's the first ingredient? Refined olive oil, and then extra virgin olive oil produced in Italy and Tunisia. You don't even know what you're getting. That's the reality of it. You don't know what you're getting. I was talking to our manufacturer, and I'm going to address this here in a moment because I know that's going to be part of the questions. The other night we introduced on the call that we're going to have our own OLIABO branded extra virgin olive oil. And when I was with the manufacturer last week, actually, and it's an import from Italy. And these guys are very specific about their olive oil. He shared with me, and you'll find this as you research and you start going out there, he shared with me 70 to 80% of the olive oil that's on the market, and this is a great example that you're looking at, 70 to 80%, it's not even real extra virgin olive oil. It's very startling, and it's hard for us to even comprehend. 70 to 80%. And then yesterday I was talking to him and I showed him one that I found online, as I'm buying everything, as I'm sure you are too. I'm like trying to see what is out there, what's this out there. And I had one which I thought was a really good brand. It's been around like 100 years. Guess what? It's part of the 80% of it's not even real olive oil. And I'm like, what the? This is like disturbing when you hear this. And so when you see all the studies, let's go to the next jump ahead, because I want us to talk this awareness gap. Standard of health. We're introducing OLIABO. And if you're wondering where the name OLIABO comes from, Olia is the Italian feminine version of oil, and botanica is Italian for botanical. So OLIABO, we created this. It's a trademark name. It's in the trademark world right now, and that's coming along really well. We own this name. It's great. But the Mediterranean secret here, this is powerful. There's blue zones. Blue zone basically just says there's studies around the world where they're studying blue zones where people live more than 100 years old, and they're trying to figure out, what are these people doing? Well, guess what? The Greeks have a blue zone. Italy has a blue zone and happens to have another blue zone that's emerging as well in Italy too. What, is there no secret? The Greeks, on average, 20 liters of extra virgin olive oil every year, not olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, okay? They consume that. And the Italians are somewhere around 14 liters. And just so you know, a little secret about the Mediterranean diet, and our family does it in Italy. I was actually just bought a car for my wife recently from the salesperson's Greek, actually Greek. He goes by John the Greek. It's kind of funny. And he told me takes a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Of course, he's choosing Greek because he's Greek. But extra virgin olive oil every single morning on an empty stomach. And I want to get into that in a moment, okay? Because there's something powerful about something first thing in the morning and then also at night. But this is a very common practice. My family in Italy, just tablespoon first thing in the morning, empty stomach. But in America, we're consuming 1 liter. Not even 1 liter of crappy olive oil every year. We don't even know if it's real olive oil. Probably mostly canola oil. That's the sad reality of it. Let's go to the next one. And there's no secret here. Now you start to jump into the benefits of extra virgin olive oil. This is just extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to get into our product here in a moment, okay? But cardiovascular health, 50 milliliters a day. It's probably about 3 tablespoons-ish, linked to 30% lower risk of cardiovascular health. Just ask Dr. de Guzman or any doctor in the world. Let me tell you, the #1 killer in the world, not just in America, not just in Canada, the whole friggin' world. #1 killer is cardiovascular disease. If you had a drug, if there was a drug out there, seriously, that gave people hope of 30% less lower risk of cardiovascular disease, holy Hannah, how big would that be? And this is extra virgin olive oil. Shocker. But remember, very, very important. What you see out there is not necessarily what extra virgin olive oil is. I'm going to keep coming back to that because it's this dirty secret when it comes to extra virgin olive oil. It's not necessarily real olive oil. So go back to that other slide for just a second. Longevity, all-cause mortality, 8 to 9% lower all-cause mortality just by consuming 11 milliliters. It's about not even a full tablespoon every day. That's it. Guys, 8 to 9%. And I saw a study the other day, guess it depends on the study, that showed as much, they said anywhere between 8 to 30 or 35%. I mean, forget about it. Like who doesn't want that? Brain health, 20 to 30 milliliters a day. That's probably about 2 tablespoons, somewhere between 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Improved cognitive function and reduced beta amyloid accumulation. Massive. Guys, brain health is so important. It's so very important. And it's sadly becoming one of the diseases that's taking us in the whole world. By the way, I just discovered that I'm perfect. I got blue here and white here. That's crazy. I'm like right in the center. How fun. Okay, digestive health, huge part, huge digestive health, supports gut health. And again, just start going on as you dive into gut health and the importance of gut health. We're going off the charts with the amount of gut health products that are out there. Guys, it's just, it can be as basic as introducing extra virgin olive oil, pure extra virgin olive oil each and every day. And then inflammation, there's high in oleocanthal. Let's get to the next slide because that'll explain this next one. There are 3 chemical compounds that we're looking for in these polyphenols that are found in extra virgin olive oil, the fruit of olives, and the leaf of olives. Oleocanthal, right there, that's found in extra virgin olive oil, oleocanthal. Now, there's one competitor out there that's claiming that they have an oleocanthal extract. I've tried to talk to them. They never really, truthfully, they stopped talking to me because I think that they don't really have what they claim to have. That's my guess, but I don't know. This is just naturally, if you'll remember a former life, xanthones naturally found in the mangosteen pericarp. This is kind of like ours, naturally found in extra virgin olive oil, and it is powerful. It's considered, you saw it on the previous slide, it's considered like, and just Google it, and don't try to take me, just take those words down and go do your own research, okay? Do me a favor, do yourself a favor and do it. You'll be blown away. Oleocanthal is considered Mother Nature's ibuprofen, basically. And it's got powerful anti-inflammatory for the whole body. Verbascicide, now go to the other one. Verbascicide, this is a chemical compound that's coming from the fruit itself of the olive. And then on the other side is olorapine. That comes from the leaf of the olive tree. Okay, now just note some of these. Now these are not small little studies. These are studies that are very real. Look at the verbascicide, helps neutralize free radicals to support brain, microbial, metabolic, vascular, inflammatory, and skin health. Holy sweet baby Moses. Like seriously, that's just one of the extracts that we're going to be using. That's going to be one of the extracts that's in Prima. I'll get to that in a moment. Olorapine, go on the other side of olorapine. Supports healthy blood sugar. Microbial balance, similar. You're going to see some crossover there, of course. It's coming from the same tree. Weight management and cardiovascular function. I will add to that. In fact, I'm going to look up right here. I've got the company that's supplying this particular leaf extract. We sought them down. They're, of course, European. All of our ingredients are coming from Europe, okay? It's being manufactured here in the United States. Everything will be manufactured here, but all the ingredients are coming from Europe. So in case anyone has that question, cover that right now, okay? Because people always seem to ask that question. Okay, European. So this particular European, this is from the leaf extract. Their studies, everything from cognitive health, we've covered that, but we're talking just the leaf now, okay? This is just leaf. Inflammation, anti-aging, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, gut health, cardioprotection, antimicrobial, skin care, and I'll add to it bone health as well. It's not in there, but there's studies on bone health as well with regards to the olorapine, this leaf extract. Okay, powerful stuff. So let's jump to the next slide. This is what we're introducing, something called olivectin. This is not something, if you Google that, you're not going to find that. Just a heads up. You're not going to find olivectin. That's our own name. It's going to be our own proprietary blend of an extract that comes from the fruit. And by the way, that's coming from Europe as well. This extract, it's called verbascicide. And that's the extract that's coming from the fruit. And then the olorapine on the other side is the leaf extract. And we're going to combine those and we're calling it olivectin. Okay, let's go to the next slide. And this is what we're introducing as our main product. It's called Prima. It's going to be a 30-day supply of a little packet where, and goes back to that comment about Italians on average 14 liters, Greeks on average 20 liters per year. Now that's average, by the way. My cousin in Italy confirmed with us. She's consuming, as a family. They only have a family of 3. They have a little baby. They're consuming approximately 2 liters per month, I think it is. So she's well in the like 24. So again, it's an average, okay? But what we're introducing, we recognize that in order to get people come from 1 liter of crappy olive oil to suddenly 14 or 20 or plus, that's going to be a pretty big jump, okay? But this one, what it's going to have is, what's the next slide? I don't, okay, here we go, perfect. The next slide is we're going to have a high, we call it HP Evo, which is high phenolic. That's what it stands for, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to have 2 of these gel caps. There, if you're wondering how big is that gel cap, if you know the sizes, it's a size 20. It's not quite the largest gel cap, but it's pretty sizable. And we're trying to get as much high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, but that'll be probably about a quarter to a half a teaspoon for those 2 approximately. But we're infusing it with rosemary, and which is also high in polyphenols and really great for anti-inflammation. Why did we do that? Gordon and I grew up with an Italian mother. Rosemary was like standard in our kitchen, standard with every cooking. Rosemary is a big part of it. Olivectin, that's that capsule that I was telling you about. The olivectin, again, you're not going to find that. That's our own proprietary extract of olive leaf extract and the olive fruit extract, okay? And then the Rosa is also a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract and lycopene. Grapeseed extract, for those who are familiar with it, phenomenal, like every health benefit that you can possibly. And this is one of the reasons why in the Mediterranean diet, you wonder, well, why is it? What's the links? Well, grapeseed extract, every single one of the blue zones they drink red wine every single day. They'll have a glass or so. Guess what they're getting? They're getting this extract, and the red grape, particularly red grape, is really high in polyphenol content. And then the lycopene comes from tomatoes. Again, there is not a day that I can remember my whole life growing up with an Italian immigrant as a mother, that I didn't have tomatoes in some sort force. The Mediterranean diet, whether you're in Greece or Spain or Italy, it's just every day there's tomatoes, tomato sauce, tomatoes in their salads and everything. And so we're trying to harness this, and just again, we don't have time to dive into all the research, but just research grapeseed extract and how powerful it is. Lycopene, how powerful it is. Everything from an anti-inflammatory. It's great for men's prostate, by the way. For those men who are wondering, hey, what about yeah, very, very good for the prostate. And so phenomenal. This product, I'm here to tell you, will change lives. Already, just in my own experience, with my own experiences, I've had great results, and I can't even take it every day. It's in production right now. Okay. The cost of this, if you're wondering hold on just a second, I'm getting a call. If you're wondering about the cost of this, it's going to be $123. If you're not on subscription, if you're on subscription, it's 110 with 100 PV. Okay. So, fantastic price point. And let's jump to the next slide. Okay, olive oil happens to have incredible topical benefits too. Very, very good. Antimicrobial, as we mentioned before, hypoallergenic, reduces inflammation, antioxidant protection, skin barrier repair. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Our mother growing up, her basic skincare process each day was extra virgin olive oil on her skin. She just rub it in, and that's what she would put on her skin. And many Italians, many European, I would say within the Mediterranean region, will use the same strategy. When I was just there in Sicily, every hotel had their own versions of the skincare that was in the bathroom had extra virgin olive oil, and of course, there's a Sicilian because that's what their passion down there. So let's jump to the next one. This one, phenomenal. I am so stoked with this one. I got my little sample here in my bag that I carry around with me. And I've got just got very little of it left, but I'm using this every single day. Let me tell you why this is such a powerful. Okay. We talked about all this if you noticed, there's a thread, whether it's been the bavascicide, the oleocanthal, or the olorapine. And by the way, you don't have to remember all these right off the bat. You will get to know them. Trust me, you will get to know all these words, just like you got to know words like xanthones and others. You'll get to know them. But the verbascicide, for example, the olorapine and the oleocanthals, all of them talk about anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. So we're taking a very, very high phenolic. When I say very high phenolic, you've got olive oil, you've got extra virgin olive oil, and then you've got high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. And within the high phenolic, there's not a lot of it out there, just so you know. And if you're going to get really high phenolic, which is what we're using with Flex, it's extremely expensive. Like, I'm just here to tell you, very, very expensive. And you're not going to find a lot of it out there. Okay. But we've had to search really hard to find the highest phenolic content as we could for this particular product. So it's going to be a HP, which stands for high phenolic. The olivectin, okay, so interestingly, we're putting olivectin in here. This has never been done before. It's required us to work with our manufacturer. They've really had to work hard on trying to figure out how to do this. So we're taking the leaf extract and the fruit extract, and we're putting it into Flex. Mangosteen pericarp. Many of you may have heard of this before. Mangosteen pericarp oil is also in this product, and that's high anti-inflammatory properties of that, plus the squalene, which comes from olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then we've got frankincense is in there as well, which is also very good for joint health and inflammation. And let me tell you, I'm using this every single day, and it's phenomenal. My personal testimonial, I will give it on the both of them because I'm not able to keep continually taking the Prima because we're in production right now, and so I have so little of it. But I'm using the Flex as much as I can, and I'm rubbing it. I tore my meniscus on my left knee and playing hockey about 4 months ago, and I have an old injury on my ankle, and I had to stop running. I got to tell you guys, I had to stop running. And anyone who knows me, Patricia, you'll appreciate this. You stop running and you start to go a little out of your mind because I'm just so used to running, and I had to stop. I luckily didn't need a surgery on my knee, but I was basically told you're going to be out for quite a while. Well, I'm already running again. I'm using this every single day on my knee. I'm using it every day on my ankle, and I went completely off of ibuprofen. I don't have to take it anymore. I'm so pleased with that. Not that I was taking it on a daily basis or anything, but I would do it for long runs and whatnot. I don't take anything anymore. I'm just using this, and it's working. So let me tell you, this product, phenomenal. Let's go to the next one. I want to be sensitive to time for this call here. Oh, and Treviso, I'll kind of brush over this. This is named after our mother's hometown, Treviso. It just means three faces. That's what Treviso actually means, is three faces. And it has to do with just the town and how it was formed and whatnot. But Treviso is going to be the name. We're not going to come out with this right off the bat. This will probably be early next year, maybe first quarter next year. But we're going to have a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a tone, and like a everyday toner for your face. And this also contains the uh, the high phenolic extra virgin olive oil, as well as we also have some mangosteen pericarp and mangosteen seed oil in this as well. More to come on this. Love it. Phenomenal. Let's go to the next one. And this is just another slide just describing, this is the Visolux. This is going to be the one that you would use as a serum each and every day. Okay. So again, that'll come later. So any questions you might have on that, just note that that's not going to come for a little bit. And this is an important slide. We tend to kind of brush over this, but it goes to, there's a lot of questions. I'm sure you guys have questions. Well, what about this olive oil? What about this extra virgin olive oil? What about this? Well, there's a reason why you have so many questions, because unfortunately, this is, in my opinion, and I'll say this with all sincerity, I think it's one of the oldest and greatest health stories in the history of humanity that's never been told. And I want to repeat that again. This is the oldest, and that's a bold statement, but an oldest and most important health story that's just never been told. And so what happens is you have all this questions out there. And like I said, even yesterday, talking to our supplier and manufacturer of our extra virgin Italian extra virgin olive oil, and he just confirmed multiple brands that I would have trusted in the past, dirty. 80% not even real extra virgin olive oil. It's a shame, everyone. So this seal is something that you would see in an Italian deli, for example, or when our mother would buy extra virgin olive oil back when we were kids. There was always like this, it's just this Italian thing. They put a little seal over it. And Gordon's created this. I like this. It's Minerva it's more of a Roman, this individual that apparently gifted the olive to the world. It's kind of a nice part of the story and we're trying to say this is going to be the seal of approval that we put over our products, confirming that what you're getting is the right stuff. And when you go out there and you say, well, I can buy extra virgin olive oil, I can buy it on Amazon for $10. Well, yeah, but guess what? It's not going to be real. I'm just sorry to tell you. And you might have it, and chances are you have it in your house. I have these great here in Utah. You probably have it in your area. These little mom and pop stores that have extra virgin olive oil, and you think, oh, I'm getting this nice extra virgin olive oil, and I'm spending $20 or $30 for this one 250 milliliter bottle, or half a liter for $40 or whatever. Well, guess what? I kind of discovered that there's one source of that in the United States, and they pretty much source everyone. And they don't even know where their olive oil is coming from, because I spoke to them. I was thinking, man, when we were trying to do this idea of our OLIABO branded extra virgin olive oil, I spoke to several of those suppliers, and I don't want to down them. Look, and I'm not saying that they're not going to be helpful in some way. Definitely better than than some seed oils. But the reality is they have seed oils in them, and they don't even know where they come from. They come from a little bit here, 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 and it's so processed that what we end up getting is just not. It's not what you think it is. Let's put it that way. So in any event, that's why we're calling it the olive standard of health, because we're going to be that standard. We're going to tell the world this is what you should be consuming. Be very careful what you're getting out there, because you might not, like if you take, I'll give you a little example. If you take a tablespoon of just olive oil and you don't get a peppery taste in the back of your throat, guarantee it's not real. And even if you get the peppery taste, there may be 20 or 30% extra virgin olive oil, and that's what you're getting. But the rest of it's, chances are, canola oil. So you don't want that stuff. You might get a little bit of the burn, but that's not necessarily the real stuff. It's what you're getting is maybe 30% effective, which is great, but you're only getting 30%. You want the real stuff. And that's what we're going to give you with the OLIABO branded extra virgin olive oil. And what you're getting in that Prima product and the Flex and the other ones, high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. You're getting the good stuff. Okay. So with that said, I do want to say that I came across a study this morning And there's quite a few of them actually that once I got it. And this is just an interesting, I'm just going to kind of throw it out there for extra virgin olive oil. It's not on your list of questions. I don't know, but I want to bring it up because this is something that's powerful to me. I like to intermittent fast sometimes. There's something that takes place when you intermittent fast, and it's called autophagy. And Dr. de Guzman can be much better at explaining autophagy to me, to you all, from a scientific and a medical perspective. But autophagy is very important. So if you hear of people who intermittent fast, and you're wondering, would they be interested in extra virgin olive oil? Would they be interested in this? And the answer is, heck yeah, they're going to be interested in this. And I'm going to tell you why. Autophagy is something that takes place. It's basically self-eating. It's a protective mechanism that breaks down and repairs damaged cells in your body. And so when you talk to a person who likes to intermittent fast, which means they generally will go through an 16 to 18 hour period every day where they'll intermittent fast, and then their eating window will be about 6 to 8 hours, okay, depending. Because autophagy starts kicking in around 16 to 18 hours of no eating, of intermittent fasting. Well, what these studies are showing is that extra virgin olive oil, even when you consume it first thing in the morning, maybe you're still intermittent fasting, but what it does is it increases your abilities to be able to have autophagy take place in the body. Absolutely fantastic, because we want this. We want this, and it comes down to activating AMPK, which is a key energy sensing enzyme. And this, it just gets into all these details, but basically, in a nutshell, it helps to improve autophagy in the body, which is fantastic, and it's so helpful. So I just kind of wanted to throw that in there, that's yet another reason why we would want to consume HP Evo or even extra virgin olive oil. And all those studies that we talked about that Patricia showed here on that slide, that all comes from extra virgin olive oil, okay? That doesn't include Prima. I'm telling you, you start adding in the extracts of the lauropene from the leaf and the extracts from the verbascicide from the fruit, and then just forget about it. Just forget about it. Lives are going to change. Lives are going to change, let me tell you.
Welcome to OLIABO's Introductory Compensation Plan Overview. Our foundation is people and product. Powerful products change lives. Passionate people carry that change forward. And together, we build something meaningful that lasts. We're fueled by a powerful story, unique products, an empowered community, a proven model, a compelling compensation plan, and a team with the track record to make it happen. Introducing OLIABO's Premio Pay Compensation Plan. We make it easy for anyone to get started with OLIABO. We have no enrollment fees and no purchase requirements to qualify for Level 1 commissions. Even those who are new to network marketing can jump right in, start referring others, earn commissions, and rank up to generate bigger checks month over month and year over year. It's the power of simplicity. Let's get into it. Premio Pay is built upon the following core principles. First, we keep it simple. It's important that everyone understand the compensation plan and have a clear, simple path for maximizing the opportunity. Second, no word games. Other compensation plans describe their payouts using terms like up to or as much as. They use these kinds of word games to hide the fact that their actual payouts are much lower. Third, transparency. Premio Pay clearly shows you how commissions are earned and distributed. Fourth, reliable stability. We understand that the income you build with OLIABO may become an important part of providing for you and your family. And we take that seriously. We've worked hard to create a compensation plan that we can stand behind, a plan that can remain stable in the months and years to come. Whether you're here to casually refer products or grow a large team, Premio Pay makes it easy to get started, easy to share, and easy to scale. Here's some general terminology we'll be using throughout this compensation plan video. Feel free to either pause the video to familiarize yourself with them or refer back to this slide as needed. The simplicity of me plus 3. Premio Pay keeps it simple. We've all got at least 3 people in our energy orbit who would either be interested in building a business with the OLIABO opportunity or who would love to benefit from the incredible products that OLIABO is bringing to market. It only takes 3 people to establish a solid foundation and start building with OLIABO. Sprints are Premio Pay's initial commission opportunity. Commissions on all initial orders are paid weekly through the sprint structure. When your enrollments place their first order, you earn the Sprint Level 1 payout of 25%. There are no purchase requirements or rank qualifications for you to earn this Level 1 payout. Sprint Level 2 pays 10% to qualified upline sponsors, allowing them to double down and earn a second-level sprint bonus on initial purchases of individuals enrolled by team members they personally sponsored. If an upline sponsor doesn't meet the Sprint Level 2 qualification requirements, the payout dynamically compresses and pays to the next qualified upline sponsor. The column on the right shows how an initial order with 100 CV would be distributed through each sprint level and then to our 3 bonus pools, with a total payout of 50% CV. The baseline is our monthly commission opportunity. After initial orders, all reorders pay through this baseline structure. It's your path to monthly residual income. Here's where team building and consistent customer reorders really start to add up. The top of this chart shows the Premio Pay ranks. As you move up in rank, you unlock deeper payout levels. Every rank adds more earning potential from your organization's activity, up to 8 levels deep. Levels represent the placement position of the people within your organization. Level 1 are those people positioned or connected directly to you or front line. Level 2 are people directly connected to your Level 1s. Level 3 are people connected directly to your Level 2s, and so on. Each rank has monthly qualifications that must be met in order to achieve that rank and unlock the associated payout levels. The key to advancing from the rep rank to a Premio is staying focused on actions that will help you achieve the requirements to move from your current rank to the next. Each step along the way builds the skills and mindset needed for continued growth. It's also important to connect with and learn from top leaders. We have a ton of leaders who have been doing this for decades and are happy to share their experience to help you succeed. Now let's break down the commission percentage payouts across all 8 baseline levels and show how Premio Pay rewards both team building and customer-focused sales. The baseline payout provides 2 parallel commission streams, depending on whether a reorder comes from a builder or a customer. Builder refers to someone who is building an income with OLIABO. This includes brand reps, affiliate influencers, or wellness professionals. A reorder from a builder generates commissions of 5 to 10% per level through 8 levels, rewarding leadership and team building with bigger commission percentages through deeper pay levels. Customer refers to someone that orders OLIABO products for personal use and are not building a business or earning commissions. A customer reorder generates a higher Level 1 payout of 25%, rewarding customer-focused sales, which drive additional volume, boost QV, and increase contributions to the global bonus pool, benefiting everyone in the Premio Pay plan. Levels 2 through 8 pay 2.5% to 5% per level. No matter who reorders, OLIABO pays out 50% of commissionable volume, 45% through the 8 baseline levels, and 5% to the global bonus pool. Premio Pay combines network marketing and affiliate marketing into one powerful system, making it easy for team builders, influencers, and casual product sharers to succeed together in a plan that benefits everyone. The global bonus pool is our quarterly commission opportunity. It's a big deal. Each calendar quarter, 5% of OLIABO's global commissionable volume is added into a pool that is then divided among qualified leaders, including the rank of Premio and above. Let's talk about reward trips. They're an exciting part of the OLIABO experience. Incredible memories and lasting friendships are made on these trips. They offer important chances to connect with and learn from top leaders and corporate executives. Reward trips offer powerful opportunities and motivation for growing your business and helping your team leaders do the same. The OLIABO experience. It's a powerful story, truly unique products, an empowered community, built on a proven system, with a compelling compensation plan, an experienced team to bring it all together and make it happen. and the timing is incredible. So, who's ready for the Renaissance? Follow us on social media to keep up with the latest by either scanning these QR codes with your phone or visiting Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube and searching for OLIABO Official to find us. If you're interested in digging into more Premio Pay details, check out our in-depth Premio Pay overview. Thanks for joining us.